Here with Karen and Kim, and we're in the hub office in Carlow. You presented yourself as homeless to Carlow County Council a number of weeks back. What happened?
Basically, they told me that they couldn't help me, that they don't do emergency accommodation.
Okay, did they help you that day?
No, it was after 5 o'clock, after sitting there all day, that the guards were called. So they ran me to the guard station, and then ended up in Wexford, in the women's refuge in Wexford.
And the next day you were sent back to Carlow?
Sent back in a taxi. The Wexford Women's Refuge said that it was Carlow that had to deal with, so they said they couldn't help me.
Okay, so the next day you came back to Carlow,
yeah,
and presented yourself again as homeless.
Yeah, and it's still the same story that
they weren't going to help you.
No.
Yeah, the second night, some members of the Carlow public chipped in together and paid for a hotel for that night.
And the council told us to come back the next morning.
And you did?
And we did. So we had a meeting then, and they gave us the emergency accommodation for a week.
Okay.
A B&B.
That was a Wednesday morning. I attended the meeting with Karen. They said to her they'd give her a week block in the B&B, and that was grand. We said that's grand, we have a week to work with. That was the Wednesday. The following day, the Thursday, 4 o'clock that day, somebody rang Karen in the B&B and said, pack your stuff, we've taken back your emergency accommodation, you need to be there. 4 o'clock in the evening.
4 o'clock in the evening, and then we went to the council office. They had security and everything waiting.
Security on the doors waiting?
Security, yeah, on the doors.
So they weren't allowing you?
Security in the council office. So obviously, they knew that was planned, so.
Okay. And you weren't allowed into the office that day?
We went in, into the council office, but they had security, and so the same thing had happened at 5 o'clock. If you had knock on the guards at the call.
Right. And did they say that you were not homeless?
Yeah, they said you're not homeless, that she can find somewhere to go.
She had family that they should be looking after. Your man in the council actually said if it was my child and my grandchild, they wouldn't be on the streets.
Okay. So, to clarify, you presented yourself as homeless. You were sent off to Wexford.
Yeah.
They sent you back. You presented yourself as homeless a second time.
Yeah.
And members of the public, ordinary people, chipped in to actually get you an accommodation that night because Carlow County Council refused to help you. On the third day you went, they gave you a week's emergency accommodation, and when that weekend finished, you were essentially kicked out and made homeless again.
No, it was the following day.
It was the following day.
She was only a day into the week of the accommodation, and we were told that the head executive in the council had come along and he had overruled the social worker's decision to give her the week in the B&B. So she was told that day, pack up and leave. So we all went back to the council office.
And they refused to answer the phone, refused to meet us, said they wouldn't speak to us.
Just said no, just go off with yourself. So we sat in the council again, refused to leave. The guards were called at even then at 5. And the guards came over, they spent about 3 hours there. In fairness, they kept bringing, all the officials out of the council had gone, disappeared off home, there was nobody there to talk to.
Okay.
So the guards were getting people on the phones, and in fairness to them, they were trying their best to try and get the council to come to some sort of an arrangement, but the council were just...
So essentially the guards were trying to do the council's job for them?
Yeah. But the council members left the building and left the guards to deal with their mess that they didn't want to deal with themselves.
But the guards were good?
In fairness to them, they were. They tried and they said all along that they didn't ever want to arrest anybody, and they were very sympathetic. They completely understood Karen's situation, but they said their hands were tied.
In the end, they arrested you?
They did. They came up...
Section 8, was it?
Trespass.
Trespass.
They stated that it was a public building, but after 5:30 that it's no longer a public building, and that people were trespassing after 5:30, so they'd have to be removed.
There was no accommodation offered that night, and the council said there was, but there wasn't. The council never offered accommodation for that night.
What did you do that night?
The members of the public again had to pay for the B&B.
Wow.
The council had offered to give a week, but it wouldn't kick in until the following day. They wouldn't do anything for that night.
They said they'd do a week,
but from the following day. And we repeatedly said, Karen has nowhere to go tonight. Where is she supposed to go tonight? There's nothing we're going to do tonight. We're not dealing with you tonight. Come back tomorrow.
Okay. So you did come back the next day after the members of the public helped you for the second night?
Yeah.
When you came back the next day, you got a week.
That weekend it was paid by the community welfare.
The following day when we came back, the community welfare paid. That was the Friday. They paid Friday, Saturday, Sunday up to Monday morning. We were told to come back Monday morning, and that the council were going to see if they could get the Department of Social Protection to extend it for longer.
Okay.
So the second was Monday morning, and when we went in Monday morning, they said no, that they won't extend. They won't make payment.
I had the pack up that Monday morning with everything out of the B&B, and then the child got upset. He was upset going to school.
Yeah.
And then go back to the same B&B later that night.
Okay.
And try to settle back in.
Right. Are there any units in Castle or in Carlow Town that would satisfy your needs? Like, do the council have a lot of boarded up units here, like every other town in the country?
There's over 3,000 boarded up properties or empty properties around Carlow. Now, I'm not sure how many of them
in Carlow Town
are actually owned by the council, but there have been a couple that we know are council houses, and we've gone to the council and said, why are these boarded up? These not being used, and they said that they've already been given out, that they're just doing them up to put more people into them.
And they've been boarded up for 6 months at least.
Longer.
For years.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not from Carlow, and I took a walk through town last night, and I couldn't believe the amount of available units that are there and the fact that they're saying they can't help you. So we're here on the 25th of May, and it's more than 3 weeks, it's almost a month since you presented yourself officially as homeless.
4 weeks today.
4 weeks today. Where are you today? Like, as in, have the council put you into emergency accommodation? Are you in emergency accommodation now?
Yeah, I'm in emergency accommodation on the 6th of June. We were told yesterday when we had the meeting that 6th of June, like, my time is up in the emergency accommodation.
So they'll review it again on the 6th, but they think that she would probably have to go and stay with family. They said family or someone will have to step in there, but they won't be able to keep paying the B&B for her.
And the Saturday nights aren't available in the B&B at the find my own accommodation on the Saturday night.
The next 2 Saturday nights are fully booked. Now the B&B said that they were hoping that a cancellation would come in and they'll be able to keep Karen, but if a cancellation doesn't come in, she has nothing. We don't know where we stand.
Is this a different B&B to the original one, or is it the same?
Same
one.
Now that's this Saturday night and next Saturday night. She's going to be in that position.
Okay.
And they refused point blank to let her go somewhere else. They said that that's the only B&B that they deal with, that she can't go anywhere else. Well, she can go somewhere else if she wants to, but they won't.
Okay. Have they talked about any other solutions?
No.
Like, have they talked about, for example, refuges, or declaring yourself as homeless in another jurisdiction? Have they asked you to do that?
No, they referred her to Kilkenny.
Kilkenny.
Yeah, we have no women's hostel or anything in Carlow, so the nearest one is Kilkenny. The Amber Refuge in Kilkenny, and
so they referred you there.
They said that was the only place that they could think of to send her. That would be
a waiting list, so you could put on the waiting list.
Okay.
She was told 4 weeks ago that she was going to be put on the top of that waiting list, and we still haven't heard anything now. It's not. Go to the next town it's not suitable. Luke is in Carlow, his school, all his supports and everything are in Carlow. So
how far is Kilkenny away?
Half an hour on a train.
Yeah.
Half an hour on a train, so it's about 40 kilometres, we'd say.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you'd have to get off the train and walk from the train down to where the refuge is.
Yes, okay. So, have you approached them about housing? Have you asked them about housing?
They said they've nothing.
They said
they've nothing.
Nothing coming up.
Yeah.
Too many people already to deal with. Too many people before you. Every excuse under the sun.
Are you on the housing list?
Yeah.
Have they told you what position on the housing list you're at?
No, never mentioned that.
Okay. Have any politicians acted on your behalf? Have any councillors acted on your behalf?
We'd ring them and we'd be waiting for word back from them.
A lot of the time the people in the council won't talk to us directly, so we contact one of the councillors, and he then in turn contact the council and find out what's going on, and then come back to us and let us know what's going on. For it was about a week they had security, the council office was on lockdown, nobody could get in or out of it. Even people that had appointments were going to the door and were being told refused.
Okay.
Because they didn't want us coming inside.
And even if we rang them, we wouldn't talk to us on the phone.
Because whoever we're looking for is not available, or they'll call you back.
They'll never call you back.
Yeah.
Very rarely.
Or you be passed from like one person to the next. Like there's not one person dealing with the case, it's a number of people. So they're just passing you around.
There's just about 7 or 8 different people we've seen already. Like every time we go in to meet with them, it's somebody else. And you're going through the whole story all over from start to finish every time. And just, we're going around in circles. Nothing is moving forward. We're just going around and around and around. It's like being on a merry-go-round and not being able to get off.
On the 6th of June, you're going to lose whatever accommodation you have now. And they've told you basically you're on your own from there.
Yeah, that's it.
And unless somebody else can step in.
Family or somebody.
Family or friends, but somebody else has to step in, anyone but the council.
And we've been telling them for 4 weeks solid. There is nobody else. There's no room with family.
My family have rang them. My family went in to speak to them to tell them that
they've written letters and given them into the council stating that they cannot take her in, but they still just keep going back to family. Family is going to have to step in. Family is going to have to do something.
Okay. So 6th of June. And what's going to happen then on the 6th of June?
We'll probably be back to the council office and where we were 4 weeks ago, just back to the start again.
Start all over again, and you might get another week. You might get
a night or two before.
Have they proposed any long-term solution?
No.
None?
No.
Have they even considered a long-term solution?
No.
The only thing they're coming up with is look, you have go off and find your house. That's all we can do.
Like we have a list of numbers we've rang. They ring
4 weeks on it.
And the minute you mention HAP, like no.
Landlords, they don't want to accept HAP.
Landlords and the letting agents are the same. No HAP. We've nothing from HAP. But you go online and look, and they might have 30 or 40 properties online, but no HAP.
Okay.
We've even tried not mention HAP at the start to try and get to viewing stage, and then we said we'd mention HAP, and we can't even get to that stage. People want names, addresses, PPS numbers, crazy things before they would even tell you if the property is still available.
Okay. Do you think there's a solution? Can you see a solution?
No, at this point, no.
Can you see a solution?
I can see 3,202 solutions around Carlow, 3,202 empty properties. There's no reason for any person in this town to be homeless.
No.
Absolutely no reason whatsoever. There's too many empty properties.
Like my 6-year-old son has properties that are boarded up, and he wants to know why are they boarded up? Why is there people homeless if there's houses like that, like 6 years of age?
Even children can
see. You know, see, like he'd ask, why is that house boarded up? Why are people homeless? Like,
why can't we go in there?
Yeah, like why can't we go into that house? Like we only want a small house.
What you said to him?
I'm just trying to explain that like it's up to the council. Like they're saying that they don't have houses. Like it's very hard to explain to them. Like
it's awful hard to explain to a child.
Yeah,
it is when you can see so many empty properties around the place too, and can't understand why.
Yeah.
And here's the sad fact: even for so many adults, we think that's okay.
Vanini